Welcome to video number 2. I will be sharing with you what I want to cover in this course. First of all, I'm going to be sharing about the 5 career development stages that we all go throughout our career. So the things that I will be sharing with you are important because so many people, we found out in the previous slide, are unhappy with their current careers, and they just don't really know how to transition from one job to another or from one career to another. It's not taught typically in our high schools or our colleges, so that is what makes this such an important topic to me. I wanted to find a way where I could share this information on how to transition to different careers. I see such a need for people like yourself that are job seeking and looking to switch careers. There is more to the process than just going out there and revamping your resume and sending out to the companies that you want to apply for. I found that the right vocation or career path is as unique as you are. So, where should we start with this process? We should start with a little history. I think that's a good place to start. Donald Super thought there were 5 stages of career development. Now, he is a theorist. They originally thought there were only 3 stages, but now he went ahead and put it into 5 stages. And those are, I'm going to share with you here in just a minute, but also I wanted to let you know that later on in another video, I will be sharing with you the 5 methods or techniques to transitioning your career for positive results. So now let's go ahead and take a look at those 5 different stages that we all go through. We go through these: exploration, establishment, mid-career, late career, and diploma. So what does Donald Super say about exploration? The exploratory stage is a period from the transition from college to work. That is the period immediately prior to employment. It's usually the period of one's early 20s and ends by your mid-20s. It's a stage of self-exploration and making preliminary choices. Now, Donald Super went on to give us the definition of what he thought about establishment. This career stage begins when one starts seeking work. It includes getting one's first job. Hence, during this stage, one is likely to commit a lot of mistakes. One has also the opportunities to learn from their mistakes and may also assume greater responsibilities. He or she also will start to accept some challenges on the job and develop competencies in specialized areas. He or she will develop creativity and rotate in new areas, typically within 3 to 5 years. The mid-career is kind of what you kind of would think of it as mid-level. During this stage, the performance may increase or decrease depending on the person. While some employees may reach their goals at an early stage and may achieve greater heights, some may just want to maintain their performance. While the former may be called climbers, then the later ones are not very ambitious, though they're competent otherwise. So they're just kind of wanting to stay in there and just maintain. During this stage, an employee tries to update himself or herself technically and develop skills in coaching others. He or she may rotate into a new job requiring new skills. Now, for late career, we typically think of this career as the pleasant one, because during this stage, the employee neither tries to learn new things nor tries to improve his or her performance over the previous year. He or she takes advantage of and depends on his or her reputation, enjoys playing the role of typically the older person on the team. He or she may shift from a power role to one of a consultant. He or she also starts identifying and developing someone that has a successor, so someone that's going to actually take his or her place. It may also start activities outside the organization. What I've also found with decline is that this is, of course, you would think, the final stage. It's also one of the hardest stages. It ends in the retirement of the employee after putting in decades of service, full of continuous achievements and success. So that would be decline. Now, Super goes on to explain that, or he has actually influenced the the other theorists out there, on the idea that developing a sense of self and realizing that you change over time is important when you're planning a career. We all change, so we have to, continue to plan. Super argues that occupational preferences and competencies, along with an individual's life situation, all change with time and experience. So now this next slide, I'm going to share with you how he broke this down into stages by age. As you can see from this slide, 14 to 21 is what he really considers those that are exploring their new career. And then establishment, 22 to 30, mid-career, 31 to 40. But what I have found is this is not necessarily broken down by age range. For example, I had a young lady that was interested in yoga, and she was taking yoga classes every evening. And then she decided she enjoyed it so much that she wanted to become certified as a yoga instructor. So she went on to do that. Then she decided she wanted to explore, which you would think would be in the very first category. She wanted to explore the idea of opening up a wellness type business. So we can fluctuate, I feel, in between these different career stages. It's not all necessarily set up due to our age. You as well as I probably already know someone that is mid-career or late career that's already retired, or we know someone that's in our late career who's just now doing some exploring. So as you can see, we can go back and forth between these career stages. Now, on the next slide, our next video will be about what we can all do to transition to these from job to job, or career to career, or throughout these stages.